Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show you my PlayStation 2 portable build. First I'll show you around the device. As you can see, I have access to all of the I/O, the controller ports, memory card slots, USB ports, power button is at the top. I have a volume knob on the front along with all of the controller buttons, and on the back are the shoulder buttons. Now you may have noticed down at the bottom where the I/O is that the case is actually broken. That happened while I was trying to drill out the holes because I did actually make them a little too small, but for some reason the layers did not adhere very well on the 3D printed part and it just cracked, so I decided to take some snips and just cut it square for now until I get enough filament to print out another enclosure. So for now I'm just going to deal with it being like that. Alright, so now we got a game loaded up, so let me show you this thing in action and you can watch me play the game. This is Driver 3. This is actually one of my favorite games from my childhood. This was actually the reason I built this PS2 portable, was to play just this game, to be completely honest. I used to play this game for hours as a kid, just crashing cars and driving around. I had never actually completed the story because I was always having too much fun just crashing the cars and free roaming and exploring the city. I also did the same thing on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but I always had an obsession for crashing cars in video games for some reason, so this game and Burnout were definitely two of my favorite series on the PS2. Anyways, now I'll show you how I built it. The screen was made using a backup camera monitor that I bought on Amazon for about $25. Now you may have noticed in the video that there's a white spot at the top of the screen, and that's actually because in my original design I hot glued the screen on, and when I tried to remove the hot glue with rubbing alcohol, some of it seeped underneath the screen and now it's stuck down there and I couldn't get it out, so I'm just gonna have to buy a new screen, but until then this will do. Anyways, on to the battery. I constructed the battery using three 18650 cells wired in a series. Equals out to about 12.8 volts if memory serves, and the PS2 is actually perfectly capable of running on this voltage, so I didn't use any downstepping or anything like that. However, each cell does have a protection circuit on it. I got them on AliExpress for about 40 cents a piece. The display, the audio amplifier, the controller board, everything is powered off of the PS2's main board. One advantage of this is that simply pressing the power button on the PlayStation 2 turns on the console and the display and the audio amplifier at the same time. The batteries are charged using a cheap universal power supply that I bought that has an adjustable voltage, and you just plug it into the PS2's power port and set the voltage to about 13 volts and it will charge the batteries and run the PS2 at the same time with no issues. In my testing while running a game, I was able to get around about an hour and a half on a full charge, and that's using 2500 milliamp hour cells. For the audio circuit, I just used a little amplifier board that came out of a portable speaker from the Dollar Tree, and I just wired it up to the PS2's 3 volt output, and then I wired up a potentiometer to act as a volume knob. The speaker came out of a Bluetooth speaker that I had sitting around because the one that came from the Dollar Tree sounded like absolute garbage, so I just threw it in the trash. Unfortunately, it is only mono. I didn't have the space for stereo speakers, and the amplifier that I had on hand did not support stereo sound, so I just went with what I had. For the controller, I went with a cheap wireless controller that I got for $12, mostly just because it was cheaper than the name brand DualShock controller. This was definitely the hardest part of the whole project because of all the wiring involved. All of the buttons were 3D printed as well as the supports for them. I used tactical switches from Amazon. I got a pack of 100 for about $5. The analog sticks are the original sticks out of the controller. I just had to cut the analog board in half and rewire it, and then 3D printed mounting points to mount the analog sticks to the case. Anyways, that's all I have on this video, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you are inspired to build your own portable console. And I will provide links in the description for all the parts that I used, as well as a total price in the description. Also, if you're interested in more cheap DIY projects and 3D printing related projects, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will be uploading more videos shortly. Thank you for watching.